Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling.
The hall was prepared for applause. It was prepared for cheers, flashing lights, rehearsed smiles, and the familiar rhythm of celebration. What it was not prepared for was silence. When Zhao Lusi's name echoed through the venue at China's All-Star Night 2025, the reaction followed the script everyone expected. Applause rose instantly. Cameras locked on. The stage lights brightened. Yet somewhere between that first wave of sound and the moment she stood up, something shifted. In the audience, Liu Yuning lowered his head. Not slowly, not deliberately. It was as if his body reacted before his thoughts had time to follow. His shoulders trembled, his breathing faltered, and within seconds, the atmosphere inside the hall changed. This was no longer just another award announcement. It became a moment people felt rather than watched. No one had instructed the cameras to linger. No one needed to. A single image spread across the screens, quiet but powerful. An artist breaking down, not in triumph, not in defeat, but in recognition. That was the moment the night stopped being about a trophy. That was the moment millions would later replay, pause, and remember. Earlier that evening, Zhao Lusi arrived without spectacle. She did not enter the red carpet as someone chasing approval. Her steps were steady, her expression composed, yet there was a visible weight in her eyes. Those who had followed her journey recognized it immediately. This was not the carefree smile audiences once associated with her early career. This was the look of someone who had endured seasons of pressure without explaining herself. For years she had been framed in simple terms: approachable, pleasant, easy to watch, labels that sound kind, yet quietly limit perception. Behind the scenes, expectations grew heavier. Every role was measured against a narrow image. Every performance was scrutinized not for depth, but for compliance with what people thought she should be. She did not confront those expectations publicly. She did not reshape her image through statements or spectacle. Instead, she chose patience. She chose work. Slowly, her projects changed. The characters she portrayed carried more restraint, more silence, more emotional weight. Audiences began to notice, not because she demanded attention, but because her performances lingered. Scenes did not go viral for grand gestures, but for moments that felt uncomfortably real. By the time All-Star Night arrived, industry observers quietly agreed this year belonged to her. Still few understood how deeply the recognition would resonate. When her name was finally announced, Zhao Lusi did not celebrate immediately. She paused. It was a brief moment, but it carried years of effort that never made headlines. That pause held every role that tested her range, every critique that questioned her staying power. Every night she chose discipline over explanation. As she stood, the applause intensified, yet her expression remained calm. It was not the calm of detachment, but the calm of someone who had already weathered the hardest part of the journey. As she walked toward the stage, eyes across the hall glistened, not from excitement alone, but from understanding. Somewhere behind the lights, Liu Yuning struggled to contain himself. His reaction was not loud. There was no attempt to hide or display it. His tears arrived quietly, unfiltered, and unmistakably genuine. This was not the response of a spectator witnessing success. It was the response of someone who understood the cost of standing there. Liu Yuning's own path had been shaped by uncertainty. He had faced doubts that questioned his place, his voice, his longevity. He had carried the weight of public opinion, endured long stretches where effort went unseen, and learned the discipline of persistence without reassurance. Artists who survive that process recognize it in others immediately. When he looked toward the stage, he was not simply watching Zhao Lusi receive an award. He was seeing sleepless nights, unanswered questions, and the quiet resilience it takes to keep going when recognition arrives late. His tears were not about her success alone. They reflected shared understanding, a silent acknowledgement that some journeys cannot be explained, only lived. As clips of the moment spread online, reactions followed quickly. Screenshots circulated across platforms. Viewers replayed the footage, searching for context, for meaning. Yet what made the moment resonate was not mystery or speculation. It was honesty. There was nothing rehearsed about his reaction. No benefit to be gained from vulnerability on such a public stage. That authenticity transformed the award into something larger than an industry milestone. It became a shared human experience. Across cultures and languages, people recognized the feeling of being seen after enduring quietly, the feeling of witnessing someone else reach a moment you know they fought hard to earn. From an industry perspective, Zhao Lusi's win represented more than popularity. The honor symbolized trust. Trust from platforms that value long-term influence. Trust from producers who see consistency rather than trends. Trust from audiences who return not for spectacle, but for sincerity. Her presence now signals reliability, emotional depth, and sustainability. The recognition also redefined her public image. No longer confined to early labels, she now stands as a benchmark. And with that comes new expectations, roles that challenge further, stories that demand greater risk. Yet her journey suggests she does not avoid pressure. She transforms it. What made this night unforgettable was not the scale of the event, the design of the stage, or the number of celebrities present. It was a moment of truth. A woman standing under bright lights holding proof of years of perseverance. A man in the audience overwhelmed by what that victory truly represented. This was not about rumors, not about narratives imposed from the outside. It was about recognition. Recognition that success often arrives quietly. That influence is built slowly, and that the most meaningful victories are sometimes felt most deeply by those who understand the struggle. In an industry driven by noise, this moment stood out because it required none. It reminded viewers why they care about stories behind the spotlight. Because sometimes one tear truly does say more than 1,000 words. If moments like this resonate with you, if you believe the stories behind the headlines matter just as much as the moments on stage, then you are in the right place. Thank you for spending your time with Update X24H. Your support allows us to continue sharing real stories, meaningful moments, and thoughtful perspectives from across the entertainment world. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications so you never miss an update. Your engagement helps this community grow and ensures these stories reach those who need them. We appreciate every viewer who watches, reflects, and stays curious. Until next time, thank you for being part of Update X124H, and we look forward to sharing more moments that remind us why these stories matter.